Good morning. It's Grace from Groundwork to Saddle Work, and I'm here with Bug this morning, and I was just going to give you a quick tip on how to get your horse to do smooth transitions. So, the key to true good transitions is going to be through collection of their body and being able to hold their position throughout the transition from either a slower gait to a faster gait or a faster gait to a slower gait. So that's going to be through collection, being able to get your horse to do lateral work in motion, and then also working on vertical collection in motion as well. So before you begin, a couple prerequisites before you get started are going to be getting your horse to flex vertically while in motion. And that's where you pick up on both reins, squeeze slightly with your legs to let your horse know that you're not asking them to stop, and them getting soft to that pressure on their face. So if you can do that, then smooth transitions should be well on their way. So, and I see especially this with a stop, horses that that the rider asks to stop, they're not asking with their body, they're just asking with their hands. So ask with for the horse to understand it and it to be balanced and collected and them using their body correctly. You want to be able to stop with just your body and not even ask with your hands. So you want to get your horse really attuned to your legs and your body and your seat. And as I come straight up to the camera, watch my body. I didn't even touch her with my hands. So you want to be able to get your horse to have a good stop, those good balanced transitions before you start pulling on their face. You want to be able to get them to respond with just your legs and your body position. So we're going to start with downward transitions from a faster gait to a slower gait. And I'm just going to work in this little area so you guys can see. So I'm going to speed her up, get her collected, press with my legs, and just keep steady pressure with my hands. Okay, so once she's good in my hands at this speed, then we can ask for the downward transition. So what we're going to do, so I'm posting here and just keeping slight leg pressure on, not a lot, and just barely touching her with my hands. So I'm just giving her a light outside leg to keep her in this little circle, but keeping both legs on just slightly to keep her head collected. Now for the downward transition, what I'm going to do is sit and still kind of keep my legs on, but kind of put them forward like I'm asking her to stop, but they're going to still be slightly on. And I'm going to keep that pressure in her face to help her keep her frame. So I'm going to come around one more time and I'm going to ask. She's thinking about it already, so she's like, when are we going to stop? Ask. And then it's a downward transition. Once they put their head down and soften, because at first they're not going to want to, they're going to put their head up and kind of brace against the bit just because they're not balanced quite yet. Some horses might just naturally have good balance. Some might not. So it might take them a little bit, but hold your reins even when they're walking till they drop that head and then release them and give them their head and walk a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to do a lope off. And she's not real good with collection at the lope yet, but we're starting to get there. So I'm going to get as good as I can get, because that's really all you can ask of your horse, whatever they're able to do. And I'm going to ask for a walk. So I'm going to put pressure on the reins, sit down, ask for a walk. Hold that. She kind of pulled on me, but looked collected. I'm all about how I feel, not the way it looks. If she feels like she's pulling on those reins, even though she looks like she's holding her frame pretty good, I'm going to hold her for a couple seconds longer to make sure that she does it correctly and gives and softens. So I'm not going to release until she softens her body and face. Okay, I'm going to try the other way at the lope. Nope, that's only. Oh, there goes Dottie, running around crazy. No, he's anticipating, so I'm going to just give her a yield the shoulders over a little bit. Just kind of, now that we loped a little bit, she's like, oh, lope. I'm going to curve her body around my inside leg, soften her face, and then ask. But she took the wrong lead, so I'm going to shove her back down and really push that body over. Good. She's a little better in the circle this way. It used to be the opposite, but then I worked a lot on this side. Now she's a lot better. I'm going to ask for a walk. Good balanced transition, and she softened her face. And you give her head and let them just walk out and as their reward. Just leave them alone. So work on that at home and get those downward transitions good. And then those upward transitions will get more and more balanced.